You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good Sunday evening, everyone. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the F Cancer 275 big charity event. All the proceeds from this event going to go on over and benefit a cancer patient fighting lung cancer right now. I'm not sure he knows who he is yet. I don't know if the boys have told him. They did a pretty good job of keeping it a secret. But he happens to be part of this Midwest Truck Series. And I'm very excited that the guys got together and did this. They're taking the donations, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. I think the links are over on the Dirt Racing Network page. If you want to donate, you go over there, you find one of those links. Woo! We got here just in time. See trucks bobbing and weaving around. But I want to draw special attention to something. He ain't in the mothballs just yet, folks. Oh, he just got turned right there. That truck almost came off the ground, too. He's not quite in the mothballs just yet. We haven't seen him on the network in well over a year. But the driver of that 43 truck, the old lumber dude jackwagon himself, Reed Arundel, is back in action tonight for this particular event. I honestly think that 15 truck, and I might be wrong, but the name Daryl Dillon, I'm pretty sure, and I would hold my hand on the Bible and say I believe this to be 100% true. I think that's Pete Dillon in that 15 truck. One of the guys from ERA runs over on Tuesday night, or at least he did for a long time. Over on Tuesday night. Just found out over $700 so far has been raised for Mr. Spalding. And I couldn't be happier for him. I could not be more excited for all these guys that have pitched in and done this. If you'll go, Jay, if you go over and you go to the Dirt Racing Network's Facebook page, there is a post about this race, and I have all of the links for all of the different apps in there. And I will go back. I can't do it at the moment. I can't open up the page because it'll mess up my screens. But I will make sure that at the end of this event, I remind you guys, and I will go over there and I will bump that back to the top of the page so that it's easy to find. And I'll remind everybody throughout the night, you can go over there and do that. There's lots of ways. Let me see if I can find on here. I can't put them on the screen, unfortunately. I am looking. Somebody sent me every one of these. I know they did. That's how I got them over there. And now I don't know where they've gone. I had them in Discord. Here. Trucks here. Sign ups. Oh, here we go. You can go to https://venmo.com/u/callmewatson17. You can go to www.paypal.me/CameronWatson31. Or you can go to cash.app/$CJW929. Any of those three ways you can donate. I don't have that to put on the screen. I wish that I did. Actually, it's going to get crazy for just a second, guys. We don't have very much time. Let me try to do something totally ridiculous right here. I don't do this. In fact, I don't do this very often at all. We will just put this right here, guys. If you want to copy those links very quickly, I'm not going to leave this up here for long, but if you want to copy those links very quickly right there, there are the three ways. That'll be right here, right here and right here that you can go and donate directly to this. All right. We're getting down to qualifying. They have got 103 laps here tonight. We got 16 trucks. So everybody's going to have to pick up a dancing partner and try to tango their way on through here. I do know that $700+ will grow by $40 at the end of the night because we are not taking our fee for the stream. We're going to go ahead and donate it across and make sure that they make that big, giant donation, and we'll try to help them make it a little bit bigger. So this one, boys, this one's on the house. There's Michael Everett. We see him everywhere. This group is really the Wednesday night truck guys. I'm going to be happy to have several of them coming over on Sunday nights to race with us in our truck series. It starts on October the 5th. So it will be very simple for us to call these races because we're already going to know most of the players. You guys are going to recognize a lot of them. Here's the man of the hour right there, just rolling out. I don't think he knows, and if I can get just a minute, I'm gonna kick their party. I'm going to go ask Kevin how he's doing. I'm going to pull him up here. I'm going to ask him how he's doing. And if he doesn't already know, we're going to break it to him for the group and see how he reacts to that. So I want to see him qualify first, and then while we're watching the rest of these guys, I want to do it. Everybody's out on the track right now except for Jacob Watson and Mike Forstner. We know that we're going to see them. I know Mike Forstner next season for Midwest is going to change his number. I think he changed his number on Sunday nights as well. I think he's going to go to, I want to say 89 might be his new number. Well, let's see where we're at because these guys are all already making their way around. Some of them are already on the time clock, getting ready for this first lap to get timed here. I think Mr. Vinny is one of those. He's going to stay up there super high and run himself out. Hello, Miss Moody. I want to say hi, Jay, Jane, Bill, everybody so far. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you haven't spoken up, please make sure that you do. Say hi in the chat for us. Let us know you're watching. Let us know that you're here for support. Kevin needs plenty. I could use some mental support. It's a different story, and I really don't think I want to get into that yet. Time's coming in. Brock Bigelow at 55 flat, so he's going to set the bar and see if anybody else can get under that. I think Mr. Vinny, a little bit off, but he ran that high line on the first lap, burn a little fuel, try to cut an extra pound or two out of the truck. Garrett Boyd at 5.499. Grabs the top spot. So that's what you're going to be looking at for lap one time. Got to be under 55. I think lap two, you're going to have to be 54.6-ish. 54.6, 54.5, and that's going to be a really, really good lap. I thought that's who that was, Paula. It's going to say Daryl on it, but I was almost positive that that was Pete. With Paula in the chat, I am now convinced that I was correct. Let's see. Pearson, 54.95. Vinny, 54.95. With a little change on the end of that. So Pearson and Vinny. Right there. No, I don't think you can, Jay. I know exactly what you're referring to. I don't think anybody can. If you were to ask my wife, I need more than just mental help. That's another story. She just thinks I'm plumb crazy as it is. Here comes the Lumber Dude Jack Wagon. He'll finish up his qualifying. Where will it move him to? Third quick, and he's right on the same number. Just a little bit more change on top of his as well. We saw somebody post about Mr. Forstner. Well, there he is. He is going to go 14th quick. Going to be a little off right now. He's going to be at about a 55.06. He should pick up on lap number 2. Pete Dillon just finishing his up. He's 8th quick. He's right on the 55 flat. It's like 55.003. And Jacob Watson, I believe he's coming around to finish his second lap. He was ninth quick the first time by. Where will he be on lap number 2? No improvement. So we're going to wait. We're going to see. How does Mr. Forstner time in? Does he pick up? He needs to pick up over a 10th. Oh, time expired on him before you could get to that line. That's unfortunate. Oh, let's see. Let's get ready for our official lineup here. Steven Pearson, quick time for the evening. He drives the 83 truck, and he'll have Adam Vinny on his outside. Adam in the 11. The 43, Reed Rundle. The old lumber dude, jackwagon himself, back in action. He qualifies third tonight, starts inside row number 2. Next to another one of the hot shoes in the Midwest Truck Series, the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Brock Bigelow, the 27, and Kevin Spaulding, the man it's all about tonight, in the 25, right there in row number 3. And then the 107 of Austin DeMore, next to the 15 of Pete Dillon in row number 4. Good to see Pete back on the track for sure, and have a good qualifying effort here. Jacob Watson, the 31, one of the up-and-coming stars in this series. He starts inside row 5, next to Kyle Gomez in the 55, and then Brandon Mackey, the 99, and Michael Everett in the 8. They make up our 6th row. Row 7. Well, that's Dylan Herman in the 777 and Mike Forstner in the 4. They start side by side there. And then Ethan Lowe in the 71 and Jacob Mashburn in the 22 make up our 8th row. And our 9th row all by himself, the 72 of Hugh Escobar. Escobar made it in but did not make it in time for qualifying, so he will have to be our final starter. Little new look here, folks. If you like it, say something in the chat. New a pylon for us to score from. A little fancier than the old one. We're still working out some bugs, but it's working, so we like it. While they're getting ready to grid out, I need to do something that I've been meaning to do. Kevin Spaulding, Roger Wagner in the DRN booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, my man. I don't know if you were let in on the little secret, but, dude, you qualify 6th in your own event. How does that feel?
It's great. Sorry, I'm a little sick right now.
Oh, man, crazy. We hate that.
I wasn't expecting it at all. No secrets were let out of the box. I truly stunned by everybody coming out to watch and donate, and thank you all for your prayers and your support, and thank you for donating, and thank you for all these guys for coming together and doing this. And Roger, I heard you were part of that earlier, so thank you as well, man, so much.
Well, we love doing things for good people. We know times get tough and stuff happens, but it is a testament to humanity when people can come together for a good cause. And these guys have put together a pretty fair sum of money. Last I heard, it was a little over $700. So we know things get tough, brother. And we're just glad you're able to continue to come out here and race with us. We want you to keep up the good fight and keep us apprised of your situation as you go on. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Good luck out there tonight. Hopefully we get a chance to talk to you up on victory podium at the end. All right?
All right. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, everybody.
Kevin Spaulding, the man it's all about tonight. The F Cancer 275 is in his honor. All the proceeds going to go to help him offset some costs for all of this. Cancer sucks. Too many people get it. I can't believe we can't cure it. I don't think people in the big pharma want to cure it. I think they make too much money on managing the symptoms, and I don't want to get into all that because that turns into a whole political thing, and I don't want to be political on my show, so we'll leave it right there. But I think the boys about ready to get after it. 103 laps. We're not breaking it up in stages, folks. We are just going to try to go from one end to the other and get it done. Hope you got an adult beverage. Sit back. Enjoy. Please keep the chatter going. Donate if you can. I'll give you the links again after a while. But it is time to go racing. 275 miles. Longest one we've had in a long time here. And the green flag. in the air. We're underway. We'll see who can get that push. Getting around here. They're going to stay nose to tail. Looks like Pearson will have about a full truck length with Reed Rundle pushing him. Kevin Spaulding's already dropped from the top line to the bottom. He got in front of Brock Bigelow. A little bit bigger line, a little tighter down on the bottom, and they're going to surge 2 trucks in front of the outside line as Rundle is about to clear. I expect as soon as he is completely clear, if he can get there, he is going to go right up in front of his buddy Adam Vinny, and they're going to try to pull to the front. But right now, that top line's getting a pretty good push. Vinny's going to lead lap 1. Got a great push from Garrett Boyd up there. Stay at the front for a minute here until they get things kind of sorted out. I imagine we'll see at least 2 wide for the next 8 to 10 laps. Everybody's still in one giant pack. And now Pearson surging ahead. Ow. Bottom line is not broken up very much, but they are not getting the bigger run that I would have thought with more cars more tightly packed. Wow, almost forgot how to speak English there. Would have pushed ahead. It looked like Vinny, once again at the line, going to lead the lap. Garrett Boyd is staying right there. He's got about a quarter truck stuck out on the right side. The oil cooler on these trucks is over on that right front corner. Now Rundle and Pearson get back out front going into turn 3. If Spaulding can get up tight to Rundle, he can push them clear. Yeah, there's a whole lot of them, yeah. I saw Michael Everett drop from the outside to the bottom. He's back there about 12th or 13th now. They're 3 wide, trying to go 3 wide. Here comes Mike Forstner up the outside. Now Reed Rundle did exactly what I thought. As soon as he got completely clear of Pearson, I thought he might go to the outside. He will. He'll get a push. That's going to put Boyd in the 3rd line. I didn't think we'd see 3 wide this early, but Boyd saw Forstner coming, jumped up there. And he will try to make something happen in the very outside. So 3 wide racing already. We're only on lap number 4. We got over 100 or about 100 laps to go, I guess. 3 wide. The trucks are dancing around in the dirty air just a little bit. That outside line needs to really get tight if they're going to do something up there. Almost contact between Dillon and Boyd. They're stacked 3 wide. Dillon stuck in the middle of that right there between Boyd and Spaulding. And now it looks like Rundle is going to try to break up that monstrosity that's coming on the top. He'll get hung out 4 wide. He is going to fall way back in this thing. He's probably going to be about 10th or 11th before he even can get back in line. Man, these guys are dancing around. You see the 2 green, white, purple, and black trucks side by side. Mike Forstner up on the high side, and he and Adam Vinny almost had contact. Now Pearson and Spaulding are hooked up on the bottom row. They've got Vinny and Dillon on the middle row, and Forstner and that looks like Garrett Boyd up on the very top. So we're 3 wide still. About 190. Outside line going to fall back a little bit. They've gotten kind of broken up here. There's only 2 trucks left up there, so they will probably fall back if somebody doesn't come up to help. There's somebody coming out to help. That's going to be Hugh Escobar in the 72. He started 17th. And you can see, oh, big crash. Big crash, big crash. Let's get close here. We're going to find out what happened. Oh, Michael Everett up the hill a little bit. Oh, he's going to collect Escobar, Forstner. Mashburn was a part of that. I think Garrett Boyd got a piece of it. Yeah, it looks like he's got a piece. So several involved in it. We'll slow things down just a little bit. These guys can catch their breath maybe. Three wide. We didn't have the big one yet, but we did have one. Vinny, Dillon, then Rundle, Pearson, and Spalding are the top 5. Bigelow is 6th. DeMoore, Watson, Herman, Lowe. That's Ethan Lowe and the other 11 truck that's out there. Mackey, he's 11th. And then all the guys that were in the wreck are back here. Mashburn, Forstner, Gomez, Escobar, Everett, and Boyd is trying to get on pit road. I think that truck is severely broken. He got the whole right side just kind of mashed when he got by those guys and then got it into the fence pretty hard. So we'll see. I think they do have resets. Oh, that was not supposed to open. I was supposed to be moving that. Sorry about that. I was trying to move that from one space to another, and it opened a full screen right there. I guess while we got a minute, we'll let everybody know semi-busy week this week. ERA should be back on Tuesday night. We don't know if we're going to stream a race or if we're just going to mess around on Wednesday night, but we're going to try to do something, work on these overlays and get some more stuff out. So we may just go pick a random race and cover it. The Midwest Truck Boys are going to have some fun stuff at some different places, and we're going to try to find something that's going to give us time to work on a few things. And then Thursday night, Mighty Midgets will be back. That following week, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, as we get back to action. Almost full week, and then the following week, the week of October the 5th, we will have 5 nights of racing for you. So make sure you mark your calendars. If you're not already, like, share, and follow over on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Trovo, hit the subscribe button so you'll know every time we go live. All right, Mashburn is still in. Everett is in the pits. Garrett Boyd is also still in the pits. I'm not sure. I thought we had some fast repairs for this. But I'm telling you, I'm taking a look at that 22 truck. He don't look like he's got repairs. He looks like he took a wrecked truck right back out there. So I'm not really sure now. I thought they had a couple of fast repairs just because it was a charity deal. Who knows? I might be crazy. I think we just talked about that. I wanted to go back here, as that happened right around the Ford truck, but it looked like he is okay. No damage to him. Escobar was in it, but he doesn't look like he's got a lot of damage either. Boyd is back on track. Let's see if we can get a look at the 21. If he looks good, then obviously... Yeah, this truck looks like he's good to go. Forstner in, Everett is in. Mashburn is coming back in. Hopefully he can get that thing fixed. Forstner's already on his way out. His is pretty clean and clear now, as we're doubled up getting ready to go back to green. Garrett Boyd will be shown a lap down. So he'll have to wait until we get another caution, or I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and pray for a caution to get back onto the lead lap here tonight. I see Mike Forstner about to catch the back of the field. Looks like Michael Everett is rolling as well. He is still way back by the start-finish line. He's going to have a hard time catching up to these guys. Be restarting here at the beginning of lap number 10. First about 4 or 5 laps, pretty intense. Got some 3 wide. We were 4 wide momentarily. Pace car headed to the infield. That means we're going to go green flag racing again.
Green flag, green flag.
And the green flag comes back out in the start zone. They're back there just a little bit, and Adam Vinny got a great launch. He may get swallowed up if that outside row gets together right here, because the 43 of Rundle not quite to him, but it looks like Rundle is going to get there. They're going to get a little pushing going down the back straightaway. 27 of Bigelow trying to stay locked in with Pete Dillon. Dillon not early enough to get down there. Whoa, I thought we were way on the outside corner, and I thought maybe Bigelow was going to hook him. He got it backed up just enough. Rundle and Vinny out in front of the field, staying nose to tail, and they got Watson tucked in behind them. Too wide pass being made on the bottom. That was, I believe, the 4 truck of Forstner. Got to the inside of Escobar, and Escobar had to get up into the middle lane there. Not hurting him like it would normally do. He's not getting put in the sucker hole. He is catching up to the 777 of Dylan Herman. Go back here because Michael Everett and Jacob Mashburn are hooked up, and they are just a bit off of these guys. They're about to, oh, caution as we have another incident. I think this is going to start. Whoop, I'm sorry, I pushed the wrong deal. I think this is going to start right here in the middle of this back half. Oh, Dylan Herman. I think he got on Demore's nose, got turned, and Gomez got a piece of it. So that may help out either Boyd or Everett, and I think Boyd is further up in the field, so he'll probably get a wave around. Big races. Big things happen. Super Speedway racing, everything is crazy. Wait till the field gets bunched up to be certain of who's where. These guys are going to have to make a couple of pit stops, and I know everybody wants to get to the window before they start them, so we probably will not see any pits. This time around, except for the trucks that spun out, got wrecked, what have you. Yeah, Boyd gets his wave around. That'll put him back on the lead lap. Michael Everett may be the only truck that's not going to be on the lead lap when we get back around here. See how everybody's doing right now? Pete Dillon, 6 spots improved, but Hugh Escobar up to 6th. He's picked up 11. Moving backward, well, Garrett Boyd, and he's probably going to be able to change that here. Currently, he has lost 12 positions, but he's just now getting back onto the lead lap, and so he'll probably be able to start passing. Back into some positions here. Don't see anybody. See a bunch of guys looking like they're going to come to pit road. Back at about Mashburn and Company. Maybe a little bit behind him. Brandon Mackey. He was one of the first couple. He and Stephen Pearson. I don't see damage on Dylan Herman's truck, but I'm sure his tires were flat spotted. So then here comes Michael Everett as he comes onto pit road as well. So is he back out? Yeah, Mike Forstner. First one of the drivers to come. No, not the first. Mashburn is the first to get back to the fields. Pearson's going to be the next one, then Forstner. Then Mackey. Brock Bigelow, you got a copy?
Sure do, buddy.
All right, man. It looks a little intense out there as early as we are in this event. What is the racing like? We see the trucks moving around a lot.
It's just trying to figure out where you are in the line and whether to push or not. And I've seen a lot of people take it 3 wide. I think it was even 4 wide there for a minute. The intensity's been high since the drop of the green flag, and it's been a ton of fun.
Well, it looks like, you got to pick your partner, but you also are going to have more than 2 trucks to make anything kind of work here. The high side, if you're on the way outside, how many trucks do you think it's going to take to get around, say, 3 lined up on the inside row?
I think it depends on if there's some pushing and shoving going on. I would say about 6 or 7 trucks to make your line move. And like I said, even then, if you want to make your line move, everybody's got to be tucked up right under each other's spoilers, and that can get a little bit hairy.
Well, you guys got a long ways to go. Maybe some of the intensity will come down a little bit, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you at the end of this thing, buddy.
10-4. That's the goal, is to keep her up front and bring her home first.
All right, man. Good luck.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Brock Bigelow in the 27 truck. Double them up and get them ready to go. It's weird because he thinks it's going to take a lot of trucks, and it probably will. The new physics of these things. I remember and it's been a few years now, taking one solo and going from about 16th to about 3rd before it stalled out on the outside, side drafting trucks with no help. I think they've changed all of that now. You used to be able to get yourself into contention if you were willing to side draft. If you felt like the rest of the guys could be trusted to keep it down, getting in the corners and not door bang you, you could really do something working that side draft. But we are ready to get back at it. Looks like it's going to be lap 16 this time for the restart. Remind everybody, this is all for charity. Go over to our page. You can find the links to donate. Driver of the 25 truck, Kevin Spaulding, fighting lung cancer. And it's for the 2nd time. He got it. They said it was all gone. Went and had a checkup not that long ago. And they said it's coming back. But they've caught it pretty early, and hopefully, once again, he can kick cancer's butt. So let's get ready for another restart here. About to hit the start zone here. Just a second. Green flag right at the beginning of the start zone. That's the best time. And Adam Vinny's going to get through the gears good one more time. This time Dylan went down, tried to pull a little air off the side. Bigelow got there early. If he can get close enough to push right at the exit of the corner, they may be able to squirt by. Doesn't look like they're going to get clear, and everybody behind them is fanning all over the place. Middle lane, top lane. One went from the top to the bottom. That was the 22 of Jacob Mashburn. Austin DeMoore trying to stay in line with the truck in front, and we got caution one more time. Michael Everett is around. Let's go see what happened to Mr. Everett. He's just now getting back on lead lap 2. He got a wave around as well. It looks like, oh, he got down there. He was trying to avoid. He was watching the guys in front, didn't know that Stephen Pearson was on his left rear. Went to move down for all of the excitement that was going on with Herman, or no, that's Boyd and Gomez. And when he zigged, Pearson didn't zag. I don't think he knew which way Everett was going to go either. So, part of racing. You're going to get that sometimes when you get big-time sim racing going on. This may take a minute. Big pack racing. Hey, it's just part of super speedways. Still Vinny out front. Rundle's now second. Dillon third. Bigelow, Watson, DeMoore, Spaulding, Escobar, Forstner, and then Ethan Lowe is 10th. Mashburn, Mackey, Herman, Gomez, Boyd, Pearson. And we're going to move back. I was trying to put the camera on the 8 truck, and I missed the click. But we're going to see if Mr. Everett heads back in. Looks like Pearson's going in. Looks like Austin DeMoore is also headed in. Here comes Garrett Boyd at the last second, dropping off and going to pit road as well. I think some of these guys might be trying to keep their tanks topped off so that if it stays green, they can pit not in a group. Plus, if you can get lucky enough and stay in the pack and save enough fuel, maybe when everybody else has to pit with just a few laps to go, you get to stay out and steal a win. Everybody wants to win these events. It doesn't matter if it's for charity or if it's for points. Everybody wants to win them. Under caution for the third time. So, while we have that moment, I'll put this back up. Guys, you can go to this link here, or this link here to donate. It's for a great cause. Screenshot that real quick before I take it down. All the proceeds from tonight going to be sent over to driver of the 25 truck, Mr. Spalding. Nobody ever likes to hear that somebody has any physical ailments, but to hear that somebody that you know has cancer is well, it just tears you right out. Tears everything inside of you up a little bit because he's a good guy, doesn't deserve it, and he's going to continue to fight. And the sickness, the lung cancer, that was the reason he coughed and stuff during his interview, because he just has a hard time catching breath at times. Not every day, not all day, but at times I've been over sitting in Discord with him when he's gone into one of his coughing fits. So I think we're getting ready to double back up here. Nobody's on pit road now. Looks like Adam Vinny's going to choose the outside this time. We'll get ready for restart. Lap 20. About 84 laps remaining. All right. Into 3 and 4. They got to go all the way around, all the way down the front stretch, past the dog leg, around that little tri-oval, get all the way down to the end of pit road before we get to the start-finish line. Only track like that on the entire NASCAR schedule. But the start-finish line is so far past the end of... Actually, I guess Phoenix is like that now, too. So far past the end of... pit road that you could make a pit stop and then it starts your next lap on your way out. As they'll work their way to the start zone.
Green flag, green flag.
And that flag man is on it. He is hitting that right at the very beginning. Vinny able to move down immediately off that outside row. Truck into the wall, Hugh Escobar. That was quick. We're going to watch right here. Oh, Kevin Spalding got turned off the nose of Forstner's truck. Well, let's go back. Let's go back. See if we can get this off a little drone cam action here. '22 Mashburn. I think that's a 777 of Dylan Herman. He got a small piece of it. Having trouble getting a restart. Looked like Forstner might have had a little bit of a run. Getting up to Spalding right there. He moved inside and right front to the left rear corner. It's always a bad idea. And Spalding turned around pretty quick, got into Escobar. Escobar never saw it coming. He went for a very hard ride. Gomez truck doesn't look like it's any worse for the wear. He looks like he's in pretty good shape. Mashburn was in one earlier. Looks like maybe he's got some right front suspension problems because that truck is riding low on the right front. It's not driving straight. And Escobar's truck is already on pit road. Hood off, the left front fender's crushed, the right front fender's messed up. Whole nose clip. He took a pretty hard lick into the outside fence. So the guys up front hadn't even gotten up to speed yet. So he's got a host of trucks on pit road. It starts with Watson, Forstner, Mackey, Herman, and Herman's right front. That's why Herman's coming in. He caught a piece of that in his right front corner. Just a little unsquare, and they'll get that fixed for him real quick. And we'll get Kevin Spalding's truck put back together. And Jacob Watson will roll off pit road first of that group. Comes out of there 11th overall. I wanted to get a good look at this truck because of all the cancer symbolism on it. Yeah, the new overlay doesn't show a lap counter. It's not very fun for me. I usually like to look at that and see. But I can also look directly at I can look directly at the timing and scoring. You guys can't see it, but I can. It has a lap counter there for me. The old one, which is funny, I can still bring it up. We can hide this one. And we can bring that one. What happens is this one, it doesn't like. For some reason it no longer likes to give me the right readouts, but it has a lap counter in it, so. Something I need to see if I can get added to it. Like I said, we're still playing with it. We like the new look. We like the new number blocks. We like all the color changing aspects of it. But there are some things we need, some things we'd like to see. So It's figuring out how to code it to get it to work the way we want it. And I've never been much of a coder, so. All right. We want to try something. Yeah, that didn't work. Either way, we're doubled up. We're getting ready to get back after it. I think Escobar. I thought Escobar got his lap back. I'm not sure. I thought for sure that I saw that he got a wave around right there, but all right, ready for a restart here. Lap number 24 is where we'll pick things up. We're going to have about 80 laps remaining. There comes Escobar to the back of the field. He is still showing a lap down, but we may need for timing and scoring to catch him back up at the line. I just feel like he is still one lap down. He's going to have to wait for another caution to get back on the lead lap. So we're back under the green, and once again, Vinny. And he'll go pull in front of Rundle. Bigelow is right down there. And Brock Bigelow moves his way to the front. Here comes Garrett Boyd. Boyd was not on the lead lap less than 7 laps ago, and now he's back up here in 4th place, and he's pushing Bigelow. Pete Dillon, the bright green truck right there, 5th currently. The outside line dropped right back in front of the inside line. Four in a line. Now they're spreading 3 wide at the front because Pearson went to the very outside, on the outside of Pete Dillon right there. That's going to let Austin DeMore tuck in behind the 15. Not enough trucks there, and it looks like we're going to be 5 on the inside row making moves. Wow, big move from Brock Bigelow. Out from behind Reed Rundle in a flash, and Garrett Boyd went with him immediately. Little push from the 21 to the 27 is trying to get him out front. .43 pushes the 11 back out. Vinny leads another lap. Bigelow is right there. And now Forstner is in the mix. He's up to 3rd. Got Kevin Spaulding, who just got the back end of that truck put back on, and he's already back up here to 5th. He's pushing. He may be 4th before we get all the way through this. Outside line, just not enough trucks, and they are not able to make headway. Got to get a couple more guys in line behind the 21. They're coming. They're just coming kind of slow. Who's it going to be at the line? It was Vinny again, and he didn't get it by much. Bigelow had a pretty good push. DeMore dropped out of line and fell in behind Kevin Spaulding right there. I watched him do that. Now here comes Pete Dillon in behind that. There was just enough space, and the bottom line is getting to be strong again. Looked like truck got a little tight from maybe Forstner. Oh, they got Rundle in the middle now. Forstner alongside. Here comes Spalding alongside. Oh, he's stuck in the sippy hole. He's going to go backwards till he gets a bunch of help. He's going to have Pearson fall in behind. Now they need to get up here to the back of the 21. That'll help that outside line move. Contact between the 43 and the 71. Not enough to get anybody into the fence. We're not halfway. There's your lap counter. It comes back when we're not under caution. Jay. We're going to start lap 30 this time by. Trucks wiggling, moving, bobbing, weaving. Forstner got a little air. Spalding thought about going underneath him. Forstner closed the door again. Now Bigelow's going to lead. So we'll stay 3 wide. Stephen Pearson, Hugh Escobar, Brandon Mackey are the top row currently. I think they're going to have to find a way to get down, and Pearson does. He gets in behind Reed or Rundle on that outside line. Now Rundle just moves out wider. They're going to try to run up and run the outside on Boyd and Bigelow, and they may get there this time, getting into 1 and 2. 3 wide through turns 1 and 2 at the front. See those trucks dancing around. Hugh Escobar off of 2, brushed the fence. Lucky there was a hole there for him to come down. So he got right between Boyd and Herman. All this dancing around, if we have contact while these guys are moving around, somebody's going to go for a ride, and it's not going to be the fun kind. Meanwhile, Forstner and Vinny staying at the front. Oh, 83 truck went super wide right there. He may have brushed the fence a little bit in turn 1. Bigelow and Boyd have stayed nose to tail since we restarted, but they have not been able to do much. Got up to lead 1 lap for Brock Bigelow. That has been it. It has been, oh man, I'll tell you what. Forstner almost had that sideways. He's lucky he was able to hang on to that. Exit of the corner came at the perfect time. But it has been the 2. Black and white Pierce Constant trucks out front. They have been able to hang on to it until right there. Bigelow finally gets a great push from Boyd. He's going to get to the front, wrecking behind. This is a big one. This will be the big one, folks. And it comes on a lap 32. Escobar got Herman, and that's just started everything behind. Watson and Mackey, Everett. But Bigelow was out front. So more than half the field involved. Pearson, Escobar, Forstner have already made it to pit road. You can see the front end of the 31 is tore up pretty good. Dylan Herman, I know he got turned. Yeah, he's missing some parts. Brandon Mackey was directly a piece of that. I was trying to see if Kyle Gomez got any of that. Because we know from Everett on back, everybody got into it in one fashion or another. They're all coming to pit road, too. I think the 31 truck's going to have to come in as well because the front end of that truck is hammered. Oh, left front fender. I didn't see that. That was missing on the 777. And Brandon Mackey's got right front damage again. Well, we got a new leader here. The 21 of Boyd pushed Bigelow out in front at the line, and then the caution came out getting into turn 1 right after that. Bigelow was still about a truck length in front of Adam Vinny. We got movers and shakers. As you can see, Brock Bigelow 4. He's going to pit road too, so he'll give some of that up. Mashburn. Pearson, the big loser, he started on the front row, started on the pole actually, and dropped all the way to that 15th spot. Looks like Austin DeMore missed his pit stall. So Adam Vinny will get off pit road first. Then Bigelow, Boyd, Spalding, Dillon, Gomez, Mashburn, DeMore, Lowe, Mackey, Watson, Everett, and Herman. Reed Rundle still on pit road for some reason. Well, the old man of the group, he may have needed a bathroom break. Maybe forgot his Depends. Who knows? Stephen Pearson still sitting on pit road. I think he had to tow. So did Forstner and so did Escobar. So they'll be sitting there momentarily while we get things going here. It is really good to see Pete Dillon back racing again. We haven't seen him on Tuesday nights in a while. Paul, are you still in chat? There we go. We're adding stuff all the time. All right. We're doubled up. That means we're going to get ready to get back after it. Pearson made it back on track. So did Forstner. And so has Escobar. So everybody's back on the racetrack. We're going to have some guys laps and 2 laps down. Pearson a lap, Forstner 2, and Escobar 2. So Escobar just got back on the lead lap. He was 2 laps down before. We are just past a third of the way through this. All right. Ready for the restart once again. Hey, tell Pete to reach out to me as soon as he possibly can at the end of the broadcast tonight. I would appreciate that. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that, ma'am. Thank you very much. There are guys that are better, I promise you that. All right. Let's get ready to do it again. We got all 17 of them back out there making laps. See if we can get through some green flag run and get a green flag pit stop in would be pretty neat, because that will separate guys. That messes up the entire thing. One mistake is all it ever takes on pit road. I love watching green flag pit stop just because that factor. A lot of guys don't count on that. One mistake and a lot of things change, but a good restart up front. They're going to stay side by side. It looks like Boyd is trying to get there, get right on the bumper of the 11. He's going to do it. He'll surge Vinny ahead. He'll surge out into second. And Kevin Spaulding is going to have to get to the bumper of that 27 truck if they are going to have a prayer of staying in this, because Pete Dillon has gotten by. It looks like Austin DeMore is going to go by front four. They're going to be clear of the outside line. Will DeMore jump up there? I think he thought about it, but he wasn't quite clear enough yet. That's got Mashburn right in the middle of this as well. He's fifth on that inside row. Now DeMore will move to the high side, out of the fourth position. See if he can pull Bigelow. Bigelow immediately drops to the inside row. Bigelow can't lead that outside line. He didn't want to be there. He wants to get back in front of it with that same group of guys. He just wants to be at the front of it. DeMore is staying right beside him, right on that door. He's not quite down against him. He hasn't got much help from behind. Spaulding needs to get just a little closer. They can push their way up there. I think now he's clear, and I think if Bigelow wanted to, he probably could pull the outside, but I think he'd just soon stay right there for now. No, he doesn't. He goes to the outside. And a side draft, Pete Dillon. He needs help. I don't think he's going to get it. I think Mashburn's just going to stay in line right there. And it's a couple of truck lengths between Bigelow and DeMore. Front two are staying nose to tail. They're just not quite touching. Look just a little further back here. You can see they're staying too wide. We're about 12 laps shy of making it to halfway. We'll go back to the front because that top two, since the restart, have not broken stride with one another. Boyd seems content to sit there and push. He gets his nose out when he needs a little air. But he hasn't gotten it to lock that thing down on the bumper. He's keeping a couple of feet between himself and Adam Vinny. And now DeMore is back against the bumper. And now he comes off of it on the outside there of Bigelow. Vinny alone at the front. They're too wide behind him. Outside line starting to organize a little bit. Bigelow got a good surge at the end of the backstretch. They're going to have to stay tight in line here if they're going to get them on the front stretch too. because Vinny worked his way right back by. Vinny by about a quarter truck right there. Trucks are still dancing around. We're just not going 3 wide now. Super Speedway racing. They're trying to stay in line. The dirty air moves the truck. Whoa, Austin D'Amore, man. He is wrestling that truck. He got it down into 3, and it got sideways, and his hands were working fast. He almost did it again right there. Oh, and the engine let go on the 107. That's going to cause another big wreck. I saw that when it happened. I saw that truck let go. Smoke come trailing out of it right there. Everett got around it. Gomez got a piece. Mackey got a piece. And then he got another shot from D'Amore's truck sliding backwards. So we're going to get another little slowdown. There goes Forstner, and he is going to get a lap back. Where's Steven Pearson? Steven Pearson should be going and getting a lap back as well, I think. Maybe not. Maybe they're only doing one. See Reed Rundle in 12th place back here. He's the last truck on the lead lap currently. So we're getting on the line to back up. Vinny and Boyd, 1-2. Bigelow, Dillon, Mashburn, Spalding, Lowe, Watson, Everett. Gomez is 10th, and Gomez had a piece of that. I don't think he got a very big piece of it. Then Dillon, Herman in 11th, Reed Rundle 12th. Mackey's on pit road. Pearson's 13th, a lap down, but I think he's getting his lap back. He's going to be 13th on the lead lap now. Mackey just now starting to roll off pit road. See what we can see on his truck. It looks better. Forstner coming back around. I think he's going to get both of his laps back. Possibly. And Hugh Escobar also getting wave around laps. Austin D'Amore is still on pit road. Looks like they're going to work on that truck. They're going to try to get it running again. I'm pretty sure they will. He just has to wait for the towing to end. Here comes Garrett Boyd coming out of second place, going to come in and get tires and fuel. Got right sides only. Reed Arundel now is up to 7th with all the trucks that pitted. Bigelow coming out. Spalding's coming out. Here comes Everett and Kyle Gomez. D'Amore still on pit road. And I think D'Amore just tried to push too long on Bigelow's bumper and didn't get out and get air in time to cool it off before that engine expired. And it doesn't matter. If you're close to the front, the engine expires. It don't matter if it's the inside line, the outside line. Inside line, it's always a little easier. You can pull down to the apron real quick, even if you're in the middle of the corner, because the truck is slowing down enough. As soon as you get down off of that banking, you can really get on the brakes and keep it from sliding back into traffic. But if you're in the middle or on the top and the engine lets go, you have nowhere to go. You're in traffic. And I'm surprised we didn't have more than the 2 or 3 or 4 trucks that was in that wreck in it because he was so close to the front. Caution at number 6, lap number 44. I'm still waiting for the long green run to get a green flag pit stop in. That would settle it, really. That would spread the guys out far enough. I think we would be out of any of these big wrecks at that point. So when we get them all back in a big pack, big bunch, because there's so much dirty air, the trucks are moving around so much. Little things happen. All it takes is a little slight bump and somebody sideways, backwards. There comes Austin Moore. He is going to get the 107 back out there. He's laps down. He's at least a lap down. So he'll have to race around off the lead lap. He's going to be hoping for another caution. Module's not even in there. $58 laps to go. Man, I just caught a whiff of those brownies from the other room. Oh, you guys may lose me for the rest of the night. You know, they say fat kids love cake. Well, this fat kid loves brownies. Getting messages from drivers. They're making me chuckle. I can't read them on the air, but they're making me chuckle. All right, let's get ready to get this thing going again. Adam Vinny and Pete Dillon are on the front row. That's a Mashburn inside row 2 and Lowe. There's a couple of guys that haven't been this close to the front yet tonight are now right up here, and they're going to be pushing these two. We've seen Adam Vinny and Pete Dillon on Tuesday nights racing each other and racing each other hard. We'll see here in the trucks on the Super Speedway what happens. I saw somebody, looks like Pearson, pull out a line. He's going to get back in line, though. He probably had to open him another Mountain Dew.
Green flag.
And the green flag back in the air. Adam Vinny got another great start. So Vinny and Dillon will get lined up 1-2. I think Dillon had a pretty good run. He wanted to move to the high side. He's going to go way outside. Here comes Reed Rundle slicing through to the middle, pull right in behind Dillon. Now he's going to get a push on him. Mashburn is lined up behind Adam Vinny. Watson is now up here in the top 5. Third line on the high side, and once again, it's the 21 of Garrett Boyd. He tries to make a run through the field. Pitted off that last caution there, out of second place. Look where he's at now. He's up front for the moment. And Austin Dillon. Who is that? I don't know who I thought that was. Is that Austin D'Amore? That is Austin D'Amore. I had the first name right. He's a lap down, but he's right up there. was trying to get his lap back the hard way. Now we got new leader, Pete Dillon. So we're going to have about our 5th or 6th leader tonight here. Pete Dillon got help from Reed Rundle, got around Adam Vinny. Vinny's not going to waste a lot of time. He's going to go right back towards the front here. He goes into the middle line. Mashburn trying to push Pete Dillon up there. That outside line, the top line, the third line. 3 trucks deep and making a run. Now they're 5, 6 trucks deep on the third line. That's the 2 in the middle. Vinny and Rundle back in front of Pete Dillon. Kevin Spaulding looks like he wants to go third line. New Escobar slices through the middle. He's going to make a run at the front. Trying to do it by himself. Now he and Garrett Boyd have a little contact in turn 1. We're 3 wide again, but the bottom line a little bit more organized, a little stronger. And the front 5 in that line. The surge ahead, that's at Jacob Mashburn, the 22. Spaulding thinking about middle line here. Mashburn goes with him. That brings Steven Pearson back in. Pearson was about 13th when we restarted. Now he's up here inside the top 5. No car slow on the bottom. Who is that? That's 22 of Mashburn. And did Mashburn have an engine expire? Because that truck awfully quiet going around there. He may have tried to push too long. Did what Austin DeMore did, but he was able to get it down on the apron, like I said. Get it out of the way. So with all the happenings, it's kind of thinning out at the front. We're not single file just yet, but we're better than we were. We're at halfway this time by. Once again, Garrett Boyd and Austin DeMore on the very high line out there. They're pushing. Trying to get back by these guys. They're trying to get in front of Pearson and Escobar. And Escobar having a hard time keeping the 72 truck in that middle lane. And now that top line will have to fall in behind what was the middle lane and see if they can help them organize and get Steven Pearson, who's at the front of that line, out there in front of this field. Escobar with a push and a move. That gets everybody behind him out of the way. And that breaks the momentum of the line. Truck's wrecking. Oh, I think DeMore is going to be part of this. Yeah, we're not going to get a caution out, but it's going to be Forstner and DeMore right there. They had contact. Let's go watch. Yeah. Carlo, that's all you can say. Ooh, and a hard lick to the inside fence. Takes off the left front fender. And DeMore's car, his truck looks okay. Left front might be a little tore up. We stay green. They went to the inside. They're able to roll them away. I want to go watch Pearson and Escobar because they're still hanging right there on the outside of Pete Dillon's truck. Garrett Boyd is trying to get in line behind them, give them some help on that outside. Kevin Spaulding now sniffing the draft off the 21. I think Garrett Boyd is looking to go around Escobar. He tried to get in that opening, move him up and get behind Steven Pearson. Escobar's truck still dancing around, not quite as bad as it was. Scary moment right there for Reed Rundle. Jumped up to the slow truck coming. What are they going to do? He's got to hold the bottom. Everybody's got to move up a full lane. Good job about the front 8. Make it 9, make it 10. And now everybody pretty much around. Garrett Boyd went to the 3rd lane, and he's there all alone. Yeah, he's not getting a lot of room to race up there. He gets into the corner. He's beside the 72, and he almost got pancaked. .48 laps to go still. Long way. We're going to have a pit stop. If they can stay green, we're going to have green flag pit stops. There's several trucks out here that have a different pit strategy. Now Boyd gets to the inside. He'll tuck in behind Pearson. That'll put Escobar out of line, back in line, in between Boyd and Spalding. They've caught the front now with Garrett Boyd pushing Steven Pearson. They had the lead for about 100 feet. And Boyd gave Pearson a real good shot right there coming off of 4. Not going to be enough. No help from behind. .15 trucks on the lead lap. Mashburn is way back out of this one. Pearson now in front of Vinny. That's going to get Boyd alongside. Escobar trying to push. I don't think he can stay in line with him. If you give Adam Vinny enough of an opening, he's not going to stay there. He is going to go by Pearson as quickly as he possibly can. Boyd side drafting off of the 11 of Vinny. Trying to do it himself, trying to stay there. And now Pearson pulls back out in front of Boyd. He's trying to pull him around. Whoa, contact. Escobar all over the bumper of the 21. Got him loose. He had to go to the very high line. That creates the 3 wide. So now Spalding will get behind Pearson. Boyd is trying to get back in line. And they're trying to keep Escobar behind him. And oh, here we go. There we go. Contact. This is not going to end well if we keep banging doors, folks. Here it is. That was just a matter of time. Back that up just a few frames here. Mackey, Escobar, Spalding. You can see Boyd's truck heavily damaged. As we go to caution again. About 45 laps, going to be 44 this time by. Caution number 7. Comes on lap 58. Vinny Rundle, Dillon, Herman, Bigelow are the top 5. Watson, Lowe, Everett, Spalding with a damaged truck, and he'll be going to pit road. Then Gomez. That's 10th. We'll score Escobar 11th as he'll go by Garrett Boyd on pit road. And then Mashburn will come by and he'll have a chance to get his fixed. Same for Forstner. He's going to be able to get his fixed and catch up. I think Stephen Pearson has retired. Brandon Mackey's on pit road. And then Austin DeMore. A couple laps down, he'll be back there. So Boyd makes it to his pit stall. Misses because the brake's not working on that 21 truck. He'll have to back in and see if he can get that thing fixed. So we slow things down once again. That was just a matter of time. There was so much contact between the 72 and 21. I'm surprised they didn't actually wreck sooner. Everybody coming to pit road now. Whole field. I still think you can't make it from here. 38, 39, maybe 40 laps at most. And we're going to have in the neighborhood of 43 to 44. Maybe a little less than that. Maybe not. Vinny will get away first, but Garrett Boyd got out. Maybe he'll have the lead after all of this. I don't know. He may have a black flag that I can't see, and he may have to give some spots up. There goes DeMore to get a lap back. And it looks like maybe the 21 is going to have to drop back. Might have entered closed pits, and he may have to EOL this. But he can get up there. Gomez is going to get out here second. The Jacob Watson, Reed Rundle, Brock Bigelow, Pete Dillon, Dylan Herman in front of Pete Dillon, then Pete Dillon 8, Lowe, Everett, Mashburn, Forstner. Going to get well, he's not going to get everything fixed. That left front fender's still gone on the Ford truck. DeMore getting a lap back. He is going to catch the field here. He'll be 13th. Spalding still on pit road. Escobar on pit road. Pearson took his to the infield. He is finished. And Brandon Mackey has done the same. So, $43 laps. Looks like it'll be 42 when we get the green flag. That's really close on fuel. Some of the guys at the back, if they can save and we don't have any more cautions, you'll see somebody deep in the field maybe have a shot. The guys out front, I think that's a very big stretch personally. You use a lot of fuel running up front. You're going to use more than the guy that's in 12th. He's able to pedal it back there and stay in the draft. So we'll see. Looks like that might be Brandon Mackey heading around on the apron, and he is going to get a lap back. So we're doubled up with Vinny on the inside, Gomez on the outside of the front row, Watson, Rundle in row 2, Bigelow and Herman in row 3, Dillon and Lowe in row 4, and then it looks like Everett and Mashburn are going to make up row 5. You'll put Boyd back 11th. Demore will be behind him. Escobar catching up, and so is Forstner. Forstner actually does have the fender. It was an optical illusion that he was missing that fender. So we'll restart with 42 laps remaining. All right, coming to the restart zone again. Outside row hanging way back.
Green, green.
And you're going to hang that far back, Adam. Vinny's going to get a perfect start every time. He's going to be 8 truck lengths ahead of you before we get to turn 1, which he may or may not want to be. Hard to say. Reed Rundle pulled right to the inside. Gomez doesn't look like that truck's coming up to speed or has power. He may get it up to speed in the backstretch and get it in line, but he is going to be way back there at about 10th. Still on the outside. Boyd is already back inside about the top 6 or 7 here, and he's got a big run. He's going to go 3 wide through 3 and 4. Near contact with he and Herman. Vinny still holding down the front. You got Jacob Watson pushing. Reed Rundle is trying to side draft that and stay right in the window of the 31 truck. Contact and up the hill he goes. Big checkup. Yep, we knew this was coming.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
And we'll go under the yellow flag again. Watch this from right here, because this is just contact. Shoves Rundle up the hill. Boyd just suddenly has a truck on his nose. He had nowhere to go. And it just starts a chain reaction. Rundle was the one that got away from all of it. There was contact a couple of times in the door, and it moved him up the hill. We're just listening to see if these guys are, and they are shutting the truck off, save fuel. They're going to try to make it from here on fuel. Mike Forstner, evasive action as he caught up to the field in a hurry and had to dive hard to the inside down on that concrete apron down there. So our 8th caution. Which, when I do the math, means we're averaging about 5 green flag laps and a caution, 3 caution laps. Puts us at about 64, 65. Super Speedway close quarters racing. No Austin Demore. That's unfortunate. I don't know what happened to Austin Demore, but looks like he is out of this thing. That's Brandon Mackey. Mackey coming back around and try to catch up to the field. So we'll go around at least one more time. Looks like at least 12 maybe. Gomez is on pit road and Escobar's on. And Escobar had a piece of that. He got a left front fender and the front end mashed in a little bit. Gomez. Truck looks okay. I just think he was down on power somehow, or he missed some shifts. One or the other. You can see Garrett Boyd's truck heavily damaged. I don't know if he has any more resets. The way I used to see them, these guys have big, long green runs. Lots of space here. So it looks like Escobar's truck's still on pit road. Boyd's still on pit road. Spalding's still... Oh, he's out there. He's back rolling around. Kevin Spalding is going to be 4 laps down. It's still Vinny Watson, Bigelow, Rundle, and Dillon at the top 5 spots. Then Everett is up to 6. Good run for Michael Everett. Herman, Lowe, Mashburn, Forstner, Mackey, Gomez. And possibly Hugh Escobar rolling back out of pit road. He is. Yeah, see if we can get a look. Well, it looks like that truck is not quite square. He does have a little bit of a point on the nose right there. Maybe it'll be aerodynamic. Maybe it won't. All right. Doubled up. Vinny's going to the high. He wants to get in front of the 43 truck. Had a pick between the 43 and the 27. Both. They're all kind of working together. Here comes Kevin Spalding. He's going by the field, but I don't think he's going to get back around in time to catch up. So he is just going to be out there kind of riding around. They are halfway down the backstretch already. He's got 2.66 miles to make up. Yeah, he's going 3 times faster than they are, but that's a long, long ways. It looks like we'll be down to 13. So here comes Escobar catching up to the back of the field finally. And he is that 13th lead lap truck. Okay. We're going to lose a pace car right here. We're going to start lap 67, so that means 37 laps remaining. Now the fuel strategy might be a little different. You were tight before. You're probably 1 or 2 laps to the good now. If we go green the rest of the way, we'll know pretty quick.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air late in the zone. We're going to get that good restart from that outside row once again. Inside line catches right back up, and for the first time tonight, the 31 of Jacob Watson. We'll get to the front. He's got it down the backstretch. He'll have it going into 3 and 4. We'll see if Bigelow gets up and gets on that bumper coming out of 4, you know Rundle is going to get up there and push the 11 truck real hard to get there. He'll do just that coming out of the corner. Now Bigelow gets up right behind the 31. And then backs right off of him. So Rundle and Vinny clear the inside row. They immediately drop to the bottom. That leaves Pete Dillon on the high side with Michael Everett behind him. Top 3 clear of the outside row. Bigelow in 4th on the inside there. Now about to clear Dillon. It looks like he wanted to come to that middle side right there, but it just wasn't clear enough, and he had to drop back in behind the 31. Mike Forstner was way sideways. Escobar was right behind him. I don't know if there was contact there or not. Outside line starting to get organized, about 5 trucks long. The inside is about 7 trucks. Stay focused right here on this front group. .777, the 4 truck moving around just a little bit back here in traffic. They're opening the gap from the 27, which is not letting that inside line have full drafting. As you saw the 4 truck drop below the yellow line. He didn't try to advance his position. He's pretty safe there. Watson holding tough there inside on that 3rd spot. Staying between Rundle and Bigelow right now. He just can't shake the truck on the outside because Pete Dillon is right on his door. But Dillon is kind of stalled out right there. He doesn't have enough help to go forward. He's just got enough side draft that he can hold his own. Not seeing as much movement, guys. Not quite getting as aggressive as they were before. We're down to 31 laps to go. Vinny still out front. Rundle's still pushing him. Then Watson and Bigelow on the inside line. But Pete Dillon and Michael Everett finally starting to make a little headway. They're starting to inch closer and closer to being on the right rear corner of the 43 of Rundle. And then we go through a corner and they lose every bit of what they made on the straightaway. Dipsy Doo from the 8 truck. He got a little bit out of the air pocket and it pulled that truck a little bit inside. Ethan Lowe is now on that outside line and he's close to Everett. He's just not quite staying in line. I think he's trying to keep air. in the nose of the 11, keep it cool so when they need to push, he can pull in and go at it. I see Brandon Mackey hanging around here. He's behind low, and then he's got Gomez behind him. So 5 deep on the outside line, and they're able to hold their own. Just can't make any headway going forward, and that time, Pete Dillon right down to the door of the 31, trying to pull a little side draft. Got really close that time. There may have been contact. Brock Bigelow, what he's seeing. Truck right in front of him. He's boxed in. Can't go anywhere. He is stuck right there. You can see Ethan Lowe on his outside. See the front fender. That time, Reed Rundle with the big slide up the hill, and that lets Pete Dillon catch up to the front. Now they're dead even now. Vinny back in front by a truck length. They come off the corner. He may have a little bit of run if the guys behind him can tuck in behind Pete Dillon and give him another push. Been at this for a few laps now, and the tires might be getting a little warm, a little greasy. We see a lot of slipping and sliding through the corners. That time Everett with a little bump in mid-corner on the 15 truck. Didn't get him out of shape. Brandon Mackey goes to the high side, goes 3 wide. He's got what I think is the 4 truck. Yeah, he does. He's got Mike Forstner going with him. Think that outside line, you need more than 2. You need probably the rest of the field behind you to get in line if you're going to do anything off the third row out there. And there comes Ethan Lowe up, try to help a little bit. That'll break the middle line down a little. Open things up for the 55 of Gomez. He saw the C's part, and now he's going to try to get up here to Everett. But you can see what it's done. It has dropped Pete Dillon all the way back to that 4th row. Now he's beside Bigelow. Got to get more organized. You need to get a little tighter on that outside rope. Too many trucks down low. Now Ethan Lowe is stuck out because Brandon Mackey dropped back behind Gomez. Now Pete Dillon up alongside Reed Rundle. Lap truck will be in play here shortly. They will probably catch him. Maybe not this lap, but the next lap they will definitely catch. I think that's Kevin Spaulding coming out of 2 right there. And the field is coming out behind him. So they'll catch him at the end of this lap, beginning of the next. And there comes Reed Rundle. Truck getting a little warm. He's got to go get a little air. He'll move to the middle in front of Pete Dillon. They're going to try to hold down the front of the field now. Rhett Forster's going around. He and Ethan Lowe, we're going to not get a caution. I want to say the 22 of Mashburn has a piece of this as well. We did not get a caution. We got an incident, but we did not get a caution, folks. So those 3 drivers are probably out of this, and the field is thinned enough now. Now we're going to be a single file line, under 25 to go. We may go to the end right here. Rundle, Vinny Watson, Everett, Dylan, Bigelow all the way back to 6th. He was on the inside of the line 4th before that little incident there. Mackey is still in this thing. Bigelow will go to the high side, and Mackey will go with him. 2 trucks against 5. Bigelow able to catch a little side draft at the entry to the corner. It looks like they're going to be able to drive right up there as they get alongside your second place truck of Adam Vinny now. Do they have enough to go for the lead? Bigelow would love to get out front and pull down in front of the 43. Rundle led that lap. Twitch from Bigelow. He might have got a bump at the entry to the corner from the 99 of Mackey. He'll lose momentum back to row 3. Well, they get that reorganized quick, and they get right back up there. Here comes Ethan Lowe back again. No, that's not Lowe. That's a 777 of Dylan Herman. Was looking at the back of that truck. They look the same from behind. There's 8 trucks. That's all it is at the front because Escobar is quite a ways off and Gomez is way back here now. So it's all about this group at the front. Rundle's still holding down the point, but Bigelow has worked his way back up there beside him again. He's got help. Got Mackey, Herman. 3 trucks on the outside have been able to do some good work. They got to stay tucked in behind each other. Everybody needs air. They got to time that out when the other guys are trying to get air as well. Lap's ticking off pretty good. We're down to a small pack of trucks racing for it now. Looks like Escobar's taking the 72 truck to the infield. He's done for the evening, it looks like, or at least on pit road right now. He's shown in 10th. Lowe still on track, a lap down. He'll move to that spot now. Mashburn got the truck rolling again. So does Kevin Spaulding. They're all on track, but they're several laps down. That outside line lost some momentum as Dylan Herman slid back about 4 truck lengths off of Brandon Mackey there. I think his truck was getting hot, and when he pulled out of line, he hit a wall of air and just pulled him off the bumper of the 99. Be a lap truck in front of him. Is that Gomez? Yeah, that'll be Kyle Gomez. It's coming up in front of these leaders. He's in 9th. He's the last truck on the lead lap. Adam Vinny. There's Kevin Spaulding coming back out of the pits. Spalding 5 laps down. He can finish 13th. The entire prize pool is going to him anyway. So just being there at the end. Oh, move out of the 11. I thought he was going to get those left side tires way down there on that apron. That was going to be really dangerous. That truck moved quickly. Lap truck coming up. That's Escobar back on track. He's right in front of the leaders. Gomez pulled out of the way to go down pit road. They're going to catch this truck right here in the middle of the corner. Everybody's going to have to move up. We're going to be at 16 to go. And I'm sure several of you thought we might not get here for days. It's not going to be like that. We've got a good green field going to this thing right now. I don't think we're going to see anything weird unless some of these guys get close to running out of fuel. Five on the inside, 3 on the outside, and they have held station for about the last 10 laps. All right. And now Bigelow up alongside, eases in front of, but not enough to pull down and get out of that middle lane. And they'll lose all that momentum getting into the corner on the longer way around. And Rundle will go back to the point. 15 to go. Vinny is still staying tucked right on the bumper of Reed Rundle. A limousine pushing the jack wagon. Watson has not moved out of line. He stayed right there behind Adam Vinny the whole time since we had the restart. And Rundle got to the front. Bigelow and company now have Escobar in that line. Escobar several laps down. But good to have an extra pusher. We watched Escobar before. 3 trucks out in front. Low Gomez, or Low Mashburn. Yeah, Low Mashburn and Gomez are all out, and they're way out in front of these guys. They're about 3/4 of the back straightaway. You can see them down there. They will be inhaled next lap or so. And now those guys are going to have to probably get single file. They're going to have to be warned to be single file when everybody gets there. Bottom line, top 3 are okay, but everybody else is kind of falling off of it. And now Michael Everett gets back to the bumper of Watson. Don't know what happened there. Truck pulls off to the infield. Another one pulls off in the third one. They're all going to let the leaders go by and stay in a pack. Multiple laps down. That's a really courteous thing to do. If you're trying to stay on the lead lap, I don't think that happens. I think those guys stay grouped up and they try to make these leaders go. Here comes Escobar. For whatever reason, Bigelow and company broke things up and they are falling back. I think we're going to see pit stops. That's what I don't think anybody can make it. I think we're going to see guys starting to pile out for pit stops, and so that outside line decided to move back and get single file here. So they're not the ones that get caught out, or they can be the first ones to drop off. So we'll see this time coming by if anybody drops into pit road. Escobar several laps down. He was pushing at the back of the outside line. Now he's all by himself up there. So let's see. I think Adam Vinny ducked off. I think Reed Rundle's I think they're all ducking off except for Pete Dillon, who somehow ended up not being in that line and not up there with Hugh Escobar. We'll see who gets out first up here. That looks like Watson's going to be the first one off. I think he's a fuel-only stopper. Rundle, for some reason, not. He must have sped on pit road. He's getting held, maybe. Here's your leader right now, Pete Dillon. He's going to come out of 4 this time. He should duck off. Maybe he doesn't have to. Maybe he was one of the guys that pit. Let's see when his last pit stop was. Lap 60, he is really trying to stretch this. Maybe riding back there gave him enough to get to the end. He is going to be catching some of these guys that are coming off pit road here if he can stay tucked in with Escobar. We'll see if he goes in anytime soon. He may have been hoping for somebody to have a problem coming off pit road, a couple guys to get together, something like that. Or he may just be trying to stretch it and steal one. We have seen this group, Midwest Truck Series, have some fuel mileage races. I remember a famous one at Atlanta. Fuel mileage won the guy, and it barely won. He got a bunch of trucks back on the lead lap with him, and they were within about 11, 12, 13 seconds. But, I mean, second place, Jacob Watson. Here's your leader going into 3. And Watson is just now at the tri-oval. He's 35 seconds behind. If Pete Dillon can stay tucked in right there, save that fuel. He was in the back of the line almost the whole time. He tried to get up there in the second lane and run a little, and then he fell back and stayed in the line. He really needs to get between a couple of trucks. That makes it a whole lot easier to save fuel. You get the push from behind, the pull from the front. You can really run about half throttle. He's getting enough air in the truck. He's not getting it overheated. They're catching the trucks in front of him, which is the 8 of Michael Everett in 5th, and Brock Bigelow, who is in 6th. They're catching Brandon Mackey, who is in 4th. And there comes Pete Dillon finally coming to pit road, and that'll shake everything up. He couldn't hold on any longer. He was hoping for that caution. It just didn't come. So now, with Watson, Vinny, and Spalding together, and we're going to be 7 to go when they come around this time. We're going to go back to Pete Dillon here and see where he's at when these guys come off turn 4. I don't think he's going to be able to get out. He should be leaving pit road right now if he is going to be able to grab these guys, and he is still sitting there. Fuel only was the way to go. This is an awfully long pit stop. There come the leaders now. So it's Vinny and Watson with the lap truck of Spalding out in front. Dylan's still sitting there. Michael Everett. And Dylan may have gotten a speeding penalty or some kind of entry penalty. There comes Everett and Bigelow. They'll move up to third and fourth. Brandon Mackey right behind them. He's in the fifth spot. Six to go this time. We're getting down to it, folks. We are going to be at the end of this one. It's taken a while to get here. Reed Arundel in seventh is in front of these three. He has got Dylan Herman with him, I believe. That looks like the 777 truck. And it is. We'll see if these two can stay because they are the back end of the lead lap. That's your leaders right there. I think they're going to get past before we get to the end. That is going to change a lot because the 43 truck is going to be able to get in line somehow and help the 11, I'm sure. And I think Mr. Watson is going to have to depend on the 25. They're there now. They're sniffing it, and there goes Arundel out and Watson. And I don't know, Spalding is going to be able to scooch by, and that may keep the 43 and the 11 from getting together. But I think Arundel will be able to catch back up to these guys. He's not that far off of them. Should be able to sniff that draft. He gets up in there. Then when Vinny gets ready to make his move, he'll at least have somebody to help him. As we're down to 4 to go when they come across the tri-oval this time. And there's Pete Dillon after he got out after his stop and getting held for a penalty. And he'll be sixth place, one lap down right now. He's going to try to slide in a line, and Arundel's going to have enough momentum to pass him on the high side. Three to go, and when is the move going to come? You can't always wait until the last lap and expect this to go. And I think you're going to see Rundle probably pull out. And that'll get Adam Vinny to pull out with him. Dylan Herman, though, is going to try to go to the high side. And there was the peak, but he didn't go for the move. Now Pete Dillon and Dylan Herman will hook up. Can the two of them pull alongside and make something happen, or at least get Dylan back on the lead lap? There comes Reed Rundle. He's a lap down as well. Two to go this time by. Watson out in front of Vinny, and they have stayed locked in step right here. Now there comes Reed Rundle, and there goes Adam Vinny. You know, it was a matter of time before the two of them tried to hook up. And that'll push Vinny to the front. Watson down to the bottom. Has help, but he only has one truck. There's 4 trucks on the high side. And those 4 trucks going to push Adam Vinny to the front. Herman trying to get down. White flag is going to be out this time. What does Watson? have left? Does he have enough help to go up there and go after the two in front? I think Spalding's trying to show him we need to go, and he is just not falling out of line right now. Going to get the run coming out of 2. I know that's going to put the 43 right on the bumper of the 11 for sure. Watson's going to have to make that move. There he goes. He goes a little late, but here comes the other 4 trucks now to the high side. It'll be a drag race when we come out of 4. Pete Dillon goes back to the inside line. Watson's got it by about 2 feet right now. They're going to drag race. And Spalding is going to try to go away. He's going to get out of it. Oh, Watson got turned off the 777. That's going to give Vinny the win. Watson will hang on for second. Brock Bigelow getting turned back in 3 and 4. He's not going to get third. Brandon Mackey may survive. Michael Everett could get it. Who's going to get back to the line for third? It's going to be Mackey. Wrecking all over the place on the final lap. And Mackey grabs that third and final spot. Everett fourth. Bigelow trying to come across the line in 50. He's the last truck on the lead lap, so he's fairly safe. Rundle 6th, Dillon 7th, Lowe 8th, Gomez 9th, Herman 10th, Escobar 11th, Mashburn 12th, Spalding was 13th, Forstner 14th, Boyd 15th, DeMore and Pearson rounded out the field. Start getting our guys up here. Let's get ready to talk to a couple of our drivers. Brandon Mackey, got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Exciting stuff at the very end. It was a pretty interesting race overall. You're going to end up third here in this charity event right next to your teammate.
Yeah, it was a fun race. Glad we could do this, and just hope everybody enjoyed the action we had on the track. It was a little hectic at points, but just had a bunch of fun with it.
Well, I say it every week. Green flag pit stops can change everything, and tonight it did. You guys are all in kind of a pack right there. Come down green flag pit stops with just a few laps to go, and that changed the complexion of the whole race. Guys got on the road good. Guys got off pit road bad. There was all kinds of, I think, some penalties. You ended up quite a ways back there that last few laps.
Yeah, they those first 2, they didn't take any tires, and I forgot to uncheck mine, so I ended up getting tires, and that was the difference there, that they were able to create that gap, and just didn't have enough of us that came out together to be able to catch the 2 of them.
Well, still a great event for a great cause, man. You got some shout-outs before we let you go?
Just everybody here. Like I said, I'm glad everybody that came out and supported this event, and for Kevin, and glad we could do what we can for him, and hope everybody continues to tune in for the next season of the Midwest Truck Series.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. Thanks for chatting with us, and we'll see you when things kick back off in a few weeks.
Sounds good, Roger. Appreciate you.
Brandon Mackey finishing in third here tonight now. Let's see if we can talk to the driver of the 31. I got to ask him first, how disappointed are you right now, Mr. Watson?
I'm not disappointed at all, man. Ran second. I mean, I kind of was just cruising for most of the race. There was a lot of carnage, a lot of carnage. And then ended up getting a breakaway for during pit stops, and I thought old Kevin was gonna push us to a win. He tried, man. It was fun. It was close. I think I may have got a little squirrely on him, and he kind of lost touch with me. But man, that was fun. I really enjoyed that.
Well, a great cause tonight, and I don't know what the final tally was. I'm sure you'll have it for us later or something, but an awesome cause. And I don't know when you guys broke the news, but by the time I got him up here to talk to him before y'all went green, he already knew it was for him, but I don't think he had all the details.
Yeah, let's see. I can look right now. I know we got a few during the race.
Good.
20.
Hopefully some fans got it in. I know where you're getting 40 more for sure, so you don't even send that over
right.
here. You just stick that in there.
Okay, right now we got $750.
So you'll be at least $790 when you put
Well,
our
then I'll make it
contribution in there.
800.
There you go.
If we get to 790, I'll make it 800.
Well, that's a great tally. It's for a great cause. He's a really good person. Nobody deserved cancer, but a guy that already beat it once shouldn't have to try to beat it again.
Oh yeah. Well, hopefully it was a decent show. I know, like I said, I know it was caution packed early on, but I'm glad we was able to kind of straighten it out towards the end.
Well, it still ended up being a lot of fun there. That last about 40 laps because we got to go green. We got to see green flag pit stops, and it separated everybody out. And then everybody had to kind of come back together, so it made it exciting at the end. Man, give me some shout-outs before I let you go.
TCW Construction, Fountain City Landscaping, Velocity Race Traps, Paul Pfeffer, my teammates, DNF Racing, obviously you for doing this for me and doing it for us tonight. Kevin, obviously, thoughts and prayers with him, and yeah, look forward to the next one.
All right, man. Thank you, Jacob. Thanks for chatting with us, and we'll see you when the season starts back up in a couple weeks.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
Jacob Watson in the 31, finishing in second, and now I don't know if he doesn't get his teammate up there if he gets this win, but when he did, he made use of him, and he did it in the right time and the right fashion. And the 11 truck once again going to go to victory lane tonight on the charity race. But Adam Vinny, it was not easy, even though you were out front a lot.
It definitely wasn't. A lot of good racing up front, a lot of close battling. Yeah, definitely needed my help from my teammate all race. Kept me out front and pushed me to the win there. So hats off to Reed. Appreciate it.
Well, a lot of fun and a lot of cautions, and I know drivers when it starts getting a little caution filled, you can let your mind kind of wander a little bit. You can lose your focus a tiny bit. You and your teammates, you all stayed up front all night long. Was there a lot of intra-team chatter?
Yeah, I mean, Forster got up there, which was nice, and it was me, him, and Reed, I think, lined up, so that was definitely helpful. And yeah, I mean, Pete Dillon helped me out. Just a lot of guys helped me out, and I appreciate each and every one of them.
Well, still an awesome run, man. I know it's a charity win, all for Kevin, and he finally found out right up before race time, and I found out that the final total was $800 going over there. So you guys did a great job raising money here tonight. Yeah,
that's super fantastic. It was all about Kevin. We kind of wanted to put on a little better of a show. That unfortunately didn't happen.
Last half was good.
Yeah, last half was really good. But no, I mean, everything was for Kevin tonight. Our thoughts and prayers, and like I told him, we're out there to fight with him. And special thanks to Watson for bringing it ahead and coming forth and helping with everything and wanting to do this. He was the initial starter, so hats off to him. I just helped him out a little bit, but yeah, I mean, man, nobody should have to go through it as good of a guy as he is. But in general, nobody should have to go through what him or anybody else does. So yeah, this win is for Kevin and his family.
Well, an awesome job, man. You got some shout outs for us before we let you head out?
Yeah, just shout out to Kevin and you for always putting on a great show with the Dirt Racing Network, and just all the guys that came together. Everybody, not just the guys, but I know others outside of this racing league contributed. So hats off to everybody, my parents and my girlfriend and my kids, just everybody that played a part in this. Thank you very much.
All right, man. Congrats on the win. I'll see you hopefully in a couple of weeks when this thing kicks back off.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Roger.
You betcha. Adam Vinny, folks, picking up the win here tonight. The F Cancer 275. Great deal for a great cause. And now we're going to get the guy that it was all about in here for his final thoughts before we give him the tally and we send him on his way. Kevin Spaulding,
Hello, Robbie.
you have a question coming, and I need a 100% truthful answer from you. You dipped out on Watson at the end. I thought maybe you could push him up there and sneak by Vinny and get that 31 truck to victory lane, but you dipped out there off of turn 4.
It kept pushing, and honestly, what I told them guys is being multiple laps down. I'm like, I'm trying to help, but I'm not trying to influence things too much. And then it got to be that last lap, and I'm like, wow, we got to make it exciting, push a little bit. And so I did, and I slipped, and the truck kind of pushed high, and I didn't want to bring it down on anybody else that was behind me that may have been closing that gap, and ruin anybody else's race back there that might have been close. But I did try it. I wanted it to be exciting at the end. That would have been fun, right? Trying to be there and
well, yeah, it would have
door-to-door battle.
It would have made it a little bit tougher maybe on those two guys up front, those teammates up front. The 11 had help, and the 31 needed it.
Yeah.
What an awesome job, man. Did you know that what the final tally was for the night?
I do not know.
It's $800, sir. So somebody's going to be shipping that over to you, man. We went ahead and donated our portion tonight in as well, just because, well, we've known you for a couple of minutes, and we think nobody deserves cancer, but you already beat it once, and this is, well, BS. That's all I'm going to say. This whole thing is BS. You shouldn't have to be going through this again.
Hey, we're just going to keep kicking its ass and coming back and racing every week and having fun with you guys. And man, thank God for all the good people in this world and the ones that are here to help support. And man, what a group of guys. What a group of guys all around, from admins to racers to supporters to broadcast. I mean, like, where else do you want to go for this kind of, support all the way around? Great community.
Great community. A bunch of good guys here. We want you to make sure you keep in contact with us and let us know how the progress is going. And I know we're going to start seeing you on Sunday nights when the new Truck League kicks off, and we'll see you back around here on the Wednesdays when these guys pick back up. But we wanted to say that, hey, we're thinking about you every day. You go in there and you kick cancer's butt, and you keep things going, stay positive. And congrats on a great event tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. All of you.
Kevin Spaulding, the man it was all about this evening. And I am happy that the guys picked up this thing and took it, ran with it for him, because it was important. And it shows what kind of community that a lot of the iRacing community is about. Charity races and memorial races and fundraisers and different things. So it's always fun, and we like to do our part as well. So we want to thank you guys. If you did not go over, let me do this one time before we get off of here. If you have not gone and donated already, please do so. Pick Venmo, pick PayPal, pick Cash App. The links are there. Screenshot it real quick. Go and donate to the cause, and I know that it'll get to Kevin. I know that Jacob is just waiting for the final tally before he sends it over there, so he doesn't have to do it multiple times. But make sure that you jump on one of those 3 links. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what it is. $5, $10, whatever you're compelled to do. Do something, because cancer sucks, and nobody deserves to get it, but if there's a way that we can help somebody that's fighting it, well, let's be about it. Let's not talk about it. I want to thank you all for being here. Hope you enjoyed the show. Without you, there's no reason for us to do it. Without all the awesome events and leagues and everything else giving us great racing to cover, there's nothing for us to bring to you to sit and enjoy. Hope you enjoyed your time with us for sure. Until we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Always keep the rough side facing down. Come back and see me as soon as you can. Say hi in the chat. Good night, everybody.